let's see here. I want to read something to y'all real quick. So here's what we're going to be dealing with. It's widely known or widely held belief that natural ingredients are somehow better than synthetic ones, and much of this narrative has come from the food industry, where the rise of veganism and pesticide-free farming has led us to be more conscious about our food choices. And now the same attitude is being applied to our beauty routines. So my special guest I have today is a good friend of mine, Laura Kelsay Edwards. Welcome today. How are you today in your beautiful
I'm
backyard?
wonderful.
Oh,
Yes, thank you. We're going to talk about botanicals. We have to be in the outdoors, right?
we are going to talk about 805 Botanicals, a business that you own or co-own, I believe, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And I know it's taking off, and I'm excited to talk to you because I am a devout, well, I don't really wear makeup. That's a whole nother ticket, possibly. But I learned long ago that there was horrible things in mascara and just not good for the eyes. It goes into the eyes. Long time now using special products around uh, no fluoride in my toothpaste. Let's see, laundry detergent that's better on the ecosystem. Okay, gotta ask, why did you start 805 Botanicals?
Well, of course, you have to ask. I've been working with farmers for a really long time. My focus is in environmental science as it pertains to agriculture. So when I work with farmers, I always go in and try to help them cultivate their soil, conserve water, do things in a natural way, feed the soil so it feeds the plants, so that what we eat, what we harvest is actually really pure. And it's easier to farm that way in the long term. So, working with farmers, I became really interested in the local food movement. I'm farm to fork. I eat within a 100-mile radius of my home. But, years go by and you still use the normal beauty products. And of course, we're always looking for alternatives, trying this or trying that. And I was just not happy with some of the, for example, mosquito repellent. My son gets horrible welts. And I wasn't happy with what we were seeing out in the market. We tried the couple of different natural things, they did not work. I did not want to use DEET. So, what do? When you want something natural,
You
you
do?
can't find it. You work in science, you know how to make it. So you finally just carve out the time to make it. And then, of course, a couple of friends started asking me for, oh, could I place an order? I'd like a little of this, a little of that. I'd like a little of this. And before long, I was in business. So that's kind of the impetus of 805 Botanicals.
You know, I was truly worried when I was lucky enough to do a African safari back in 2015, and I did not want to take the DEET. And everybody on the trip was had the DEET, and I'd heard so much bad stuff, along with even sunscreens, and that's a whole nother subject. So, I can empathize with you on that. I was scared to death. I even got bit by a couple fleas. No, mosquitoes over there. And the big thing is yellow fever. However, I came back okay. And
You didn't use anything.
I used some homeopathic stuff. And then there was just a couple times where I did use their, their little things they gave you at the places we stayed. But for the most part, I stayed off of it. So here I am. But
Good for you.
I gotta ask you now, why do you use, and I love this, locally grown ingredients? Why are they so important to you, Laura?
Well, I used to manage farmers markets in the Northwest. I was on the board of the state Washington Farmers Market Association for a couple years. And pardon me, I just know that when you're dealing with ingredients, not all natural ingredients are created equal. For example, have you ever gone to make eggs in the morning? You crack one egg that you got at the grocery store and you put it in the skillet versus the week before you might have picked up a dozen at the farmer's market or the local farm stand. You crack that egg and you put it in the skillet. Well, the farm egg is going to be that nice gold, rich, deep orangish yellow color, right? The other egg might be that pale yellow. It might even taste funny because what we feed our chickens is what's coming through in the eggs. Are they free range? Are they eating bugs and plants and organic feed? Or are they just given a bunch of growth hormones and pellets and quick fattening up food? So in that example, two things, they're both eggs, they're both natural, but very different quality. So the natural ingredients from locally grown sources is so important to me because I know the grower, I know the growing techniques. I know there's no poison on the plant. I know that pure fruit is going to be distilled or processed right into this product. And I don't have to guess what it is. And so we know that pure olive oil, example, extra virgin olive oil, is really good on the skin in numerous ways. Well, a lot of olive oils coming out of Italy in the past 10 years have been found to be cut with regular vegetable oils.
Hmm.
So you're at the store, you're buying what appears to be extra virgin olive oil from Italy. And then some tests began to be conducted, and they found a large portion of mystery oil had been also cut into that olive oil. So what you find here is I get to go meet my growers. I buy directly from their farms. I make everything in small craft batches here in my cottage kitchen. And then what you're getting is just the purest, most wonderful food for your skin you could possibly use.
That sounds, yeah, that's so true. I think I hear a few chickens in the background as we speak. Maybe they know you're talking about them.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. Yes, I do have some chickens over here in the backyard.
I know. That's wonderful. Well, yeah, I'm all for healthy products. Absolutely. The food industry, as I quoted from this little tag I opened up with, a lot of people are starting to notice that um, the food industry is shifting to more organic, and it's slow because it's so convenient still to. I almost thought of this with your chickens eating pellets. That's almost like processed food, right? Like we eat, and what is processed food has no value. So no value for your cells and all that good stuff. So are they really different though than you know? Here's a question that the industry has gotten so good at saying using the word natural as a just a fake out sort of natural chickens, not organic, but
Right.
they're it's natural laundry soap. New and improved natural
Gluten free
gluten
soda
free
pop.
gluten free soda pop.
I see that gluten free juice. It's like, well, did we ever put wheat in juice? So
And
yeah, you're
same with
exactly.
meat. And it's such a marketing tactic. So, okay, let's get back to your mosquito. I have some, and I have it in the corner of my RV. And of all things, I forgot that I've had it there, and I've got to get on it because I got bit up recently, being a little too close. So you made that for your son, and you've had all these orders. Just a little plug. What's the name of your website?
It is 805botanicals.com.
Yeah, you've got a lot of phenomenal information on there in
Yeah.
regards to so many. There you go. Can you come up closer? A little closer? There you go. Okay.
This is
Oh,
the mosquito
up. 805. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Love it. Wait,
So
it's in a little spray thing now.
yeah, I have it in both. I have a little pump spray if you're traveling and you need something under 3 ounces to stick in your purse. And then this one is 4 ounces, and it's nice because of the trigger. You can really get it all over the body. And, I like to go walking every morning since we're, stuck at home these days. I have to take my exercise regimen to the streets. And so I do a 5 mile walk and I just put that on really quick before I go and head out. And I never get any bites. It's great. I work in the garden a lot during the weekends, entire days. And the product is wonderful. The base formula, I will share, came from one of my farmers up in the Northwest. Um, she used some of the ingredients, and I always found her repellent to be wonderfully effective. But then when we relocated to California, I just had a little bit left in the bottle. And when I started to get more into these natural products, I realized that there was like a polysorbate 20 and some other ingredients in her formula that I was like, oh no, I don't want to use that. So I did a lot of research and I found natural alternatives for emulsification and solubilization that were, naturally occurring in the world and were effective in the product so that it sprays nicely and evenly. It's still a water base. There's no greasy residue when you put it on, and it
Yeah.
smells good. It's got like 11 essential oils in it. So
Oh, wow. So, yeah, yeah. Did the animals follow you on your walk, because you smell so pretty?
oh, no,
No.
no. There's a few biting dogs out there that I try to avoid, but
Yeah.
no.
And what really makes it effective? Why is yours so much more effective than store-bought ones?
You know, I would have to say it's because we have 11 essential oils in the product.
Okay.
Plus, we use a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of vanillin from Madagascar. So, not all the ingredients are local. Some of them, if they're exotic, we obviously have to get them from somewhere else, but we always make sure they're fair trade, well treated farmers wherever we source from. The the recipe tends to calm. This is kind of an interesting scenario. You're calming the mosquito or the tick or the, whatever it is, chigger. You're calming it, because they come in aggressive, right? They're buzzing around. And
Yeah.
then pretty soon the essential oils, the ones that the mixture that we use, it calms them, and they might even land, but then they quickly leave because they don't like the smell of it. So it has two effects. One, it calms
Wow.
them, and two, it repels them.
Well,
And
I really like this calming effect, because I'm a musician and because I'm into vibration, and I think we're all vibrating. It almost feels like, they come in with anxiety like this and vibrating, and then I think that's kind of interesting. I've never heard of such a thing. Well, that's cool. Calm the mosquito down.
and you'll see some natural repellents out there, and they'll have like a 30% lemon eucalyptus or something like that content, and then the rest are inert ingredients. Um, I've used those, and they have usually an oil base. They don't work for me. I don't know. I think there might be something also with a person's blood type, maybe what you're consuming and how that's exuding through your pores. I don't think there's an exact science. And that's why not every natural product works for everybody, or every product period works for everybody, because everybody is going, once you put a perfume on, for example, you're going to smell differently than I would if I put it on, because we have different chemistry.
Right.
So I think the same goes for the bug spray. And I have hundreds of fans. They buy it on a regular basis. They absolutely love it. They give it to friends. And this is how my business has grown. It's just one friend tells another friend, tells another friend. I just got two new stores in Southern California because a neighbor told the store owner, "Oh, you have to try this
Mm.
product." They tried it, loved it. Now they called me and said, "We'd like to carry it in our store." So
Beautiful.
we stopped.
Beautiful. Love
Yeah.
it. I know when we went up to Yosemite last year to camp, you were hitting up some of those places. Of course, why not? You're out in nature. You're
Right.
out in nature.
Yeah. And then you're going to put this product on and you're going to go swim in those water,
Oh,
the waters, the rivers, the lakes. So whatever
ah,
you're wearing on your person is going to come off in the water. Now, what is that going to do to this beautiful lake or river that you love? That what is it going to do to the fish or the microinvertebrates or all the other little living organisms that are in and around the plant systems? Um, it's a lot of those products are very harmful to a natural ecosystem. So that's another great benefit of the Skeeter Shield.
Ah, I see the blending now of your water work and the farming and all of this now. It's all kind of coming
Together.
together. I love it. I love it. We should do that all the time when we meet. Together.
Will be
That's
our new greeting right there.
I love you. Yeah. It almost feels like we're space people or something. Hey, maybe we are. They say we come. Okay, that's another subject. So going back, you have several other products, Laura. I have also bought your underarm deodorant and your lip balm. Can you talk about some more of your products?
Sure, yeah. Well, so now you're starting to touch on something that's really important, and that is this is our new deodorant container. It's all cardboard. We're trying to get out of plastic because we
Can you put
value
that
the
a little closer? You value what?
we value the ocean, and
Ah,
we like to keep plastic out of it. So this little applicator is all cardboard. It's like those popsicles we used to get as kids, right?
oh yeah.
You just
There you
push
go.
that from the bottom. This is a lavender sage, really yummy. Our the important thing to touch on that I was going to say is all of our products have a practical application. So I don't make like makeup. I thought I would at one point, but we've really just become the practical product company. So if you need some underarm deodorant, obviously that's an everyday need. We all need a little freshening up in the pits.
A little help.
Yeah, a mosquito repellent. I have a yoga mat spray. I have a hand sanitizer, the lip balm that you've tried. We also have this wonderful, I have my little bag of tricks here today. Inside
Cute. I've
my
never
little
seen that.
bag of tricks, yes, I have this rescue balm, which is also a really nice product. Can you see it?
There it is. Yeah. What's
This
that?
this is another mosquito product that I love, because you just put this, if you have a bite you forgot to put on your repellent, you just put this on the bite and it is powerful itch relief right away. So it's so loaded with peppermint oil that it gives you this nice numbing effect, because when you have an itch and
Yeah.
you just gotta get it. So that's a nice effect of that. But then it also cuts the bite time down quite a bit, so it'll dry out the bite and make it go away in half the time. So yeah, we have all these practical products, and we're sticking with those. No makeup for us in the near future.
It sounds like if they were going online, I'll just throw this out there if you don't already have the idea, but it would be a fun thing to have your little mini this, your little mini that people could try them. And like you said, everybody's different. What doesn't work, what works for one doesn't work for the other. Just but a little mini packet that they could order online and have these little things and I need a little of this and I need a little of this and I'm ready to go.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we probably do have the ability to make some little ones. I mean, it's all about containers. I will tell you, with COVID, that there's that word. We don't want to talk about it, but we have to talk. It's in our face every day. Um, well, the interesting thing is containers
Hmm.
have gone into this great shortage of
Oh no.
supply.
Oh,
I have had the biggest challenge ordering my normal bottles and sprayers and decanters, because the world is filling them with hand sanitizers of some kind, and that market has just exploded. So sadly, we're returning to plastic bags in stores, and we're returning to a lot of plastic spray on things for sanitizer to keep ourselves clean and healthy. And I think we're going to be very disappointed with the result in a year or two, because where is all that waste going to go,
by
right?
far.
Well,
Absolutely.
another really interesting thing that's come about is for the hand sanitizer. By the way, ours is so phenomenal. It's got this nice spicy sort of cinnamon scent, and it's very moisturizing. It has vitamin E oil in
Oh,
there.
so it doesn't dry you out?
No, it doesn't dry you out. It's so
Mm.
yummy. Well, so what has happened with the hand sanitizer? Here's an example of not being able to control your local ingredients.
Right.
So, about 2 weeks ago, finally, boom, the world was populated with hand sanitizer again. And there was every kind of imaginable brand out there. There's pump sanitizers and spray sanitizers, and the wipes are back. And then all of this horrible in the news, this talk about methanol showing up in the hand sanitizers. So what's happened here is really scary and really important when we don't control the ingredients very well. So methanol is a byproduct of the manufacturing process of alcohol. So if you're distilling ethanol
Mhm.
from a corn or a sugar, whatever base you're using, the byproduct is going to be methanol. That's a waste product you must get rid of. You use the ethanol and you put that in your cocktails, or in my case, the hand sanitizer. So a lot of companies have decided to use their methanol in hand sanitizer.
Hmm.
So they began mixing it into hand sanitizer formulas and selling it to the open market.
Ooh.
It's toxic to the body. It can shut down your organs. It is highly poisonous. And the skin, as you know, Jolynn, is our largest organ. Soon as you apply something to the skin, within 30 seconds, it's beginning to absorb through the pores and into your bloodstream. So it quickly can, contaminate you and poison you. So this methanol is slowly being caught by the FDA. They're testing different sanitizers where people got really sick unexplainably, and they're finding methanol. And then they have even asked these companies, the CDC has asked some of these companies to recall them and take them off the market. Now, I don't know a lot about the recall process, and I hope I never have to deal with that. But in this case, they've actually contacted companies, asked them to recall those products, and they have refused. So those products are still on the market. Now, I don't know what a company like the FDA does to help step in and help the CDC on this. I don't know if they call the stores and say you must pull these from your shelves or else. But I I, I understand that that's happening with a lot of different hand sanitizers right
Well,
now.
my big question, this is huge because I had no idea. So, I've known that you should never use these hand sanitizing soaps. I disregarded those over a decade ago and stopped using them. However, now that with this information and that product in the hand sanitizers, what are some of the symptoms that maybe if people could pick up on? You said they get ill, they get sick, they.
Yes, I mean, they might get nausea, vomiting, fever. They might feel just achy and sick because if your organs are starting to shut down, you're going to feel achy, and you might have a difficult time. Like if it's an organ in your digestive tract, you might have difficult time digesting. I
Yeah.
do know that the hand sanitizer that has methanol in it is very, very smelly. It has a horrible odor.
Oh, okay,
So
that's the good one. Ah,
yeah, if you just spray it, or you can use a tester in the store to kind of see what it smells like. If it just smells horrible to you, probably best to avoid it, which is probably about 80% of the hand
I
sanitizers
know.
out there. They
So in
all,
other words, go back to 805botanicals.com, right?
I wish you could try my tester right now.
I know. I love
Sanitizer.
it. I
But
love
no,
it.
this
Ah,
is just a great, I mean, it's literally, this is a fine bottle of liqueur right here with a few essential oils and some hydrogen peroxide.
not not
Literally,
to drink, but okay, okay.
right. We do know, we've heard of some people drinking hand sanitizer. Not recommended. It's got other ingredients in it that
Yeah.
you don't want to consume.
No.
Absolutely. You got to
That
watch what you put
that
on.
is this is a golden nugget. I mean, this is a golden nugget. I love it when I have aha moments because I had no idea. So, I hope people will listen to this, all of you on Facebook, that, be careful of your hand sanitizers. They've got this methanol. Is that how you said methanol?
Ethanol.
Oh my God, a byproduct of the icky, icky stuff out there that they should trash, be gone.
That's
And where
right.
and where are they getting rid of that? I hope not down our sewer lines and into our water systems, you know. Where are
You
they?
know, that's absolutely true.
Waste is
So
waste.
it's unfortunate, but some companies do require babysitting. We're not in I wish we could trust every product and every company that was doing business out there. I would like to envision a world where that's the case. Unfortunately, when profits are concerned, um,
Right.
you get some greedy players out there and they just start putting unhealthy things that are dishonest to you and harmful to you out into the marketplace. So I think that's where the birth of little companies like 805 Botanicals come along, and we just stick to our ethics. We never shortcut on ingredients. We, even if it takes longer to get, it costs us more money to go buy them. We're supporting farmers that are doing good work. Farming is not an easy industry. So if you can support a small farmer, if you like shopping at farmers markets, then you're definitely going to like 805 Botanicals
That's great. I love
because because
because move it to the your left, I think. Peace mind is all I could see. I am peaceful mind. Up you go. I am peaceful mind, healthy body. Oh.
yes. We
Peaceful.
want to be peaceful in the mind, know that we bought the right thing, and we want to be healthy in the body. Sometimes there's a little bit of an investment up front. But I always like to tell people this when I worked in farmers markets. They say, oh, buying all those fresh organic fruits and vegetables is more expensive than the other stuff at the grocery store. We just can't afford that. And I think, well, have you checked the price of diabetes lately? Have you checked the price of heart disease
Mm,
lately? Those diseases, if
mm.
your organs are shutting down because you used the wrong hand sanitizer, let me ask you how expensive or inexpensive that is going to be.
Very well said.
You
And
gotta
once
watch
the
it.
supply and demand and
Yeah.
simple economics will shift if we start getting away from those products and the other take over. I've always thought that. I've always thought that. Wonderful. Well, I got to ask you a couple more things. At one time,
Okay.
you spoke of turning 805 in the botanicals into a co-op. Is that still on the horizon?
Yes, it actually is on the horizon. I've had some changes in the company this year. My wonderful business partner, who helps me manufacture all the products,
Her name?
Deb Albright,
Okay.
she has decided this will be her last year with the organization. She's retired. Her partner has some sensitive health issues, and this whole pandemic has really made them decide to reevaluate their priorities, as so many people have. And so they will be doing more of that staying at home and isolating, and they're both retired, so good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, in order to be a cooperative company, you have to have at least 3 members. So I am now letting people know that if they're interested in this business model and this type of product line and this type of an ethical contribution to the business world, that I'm looking for partners who might want to invest in 805 Botanicals and be a part of this co-op and grow it to the next level.
Mm.
So the difference between a co-op, a lot of people don't know what a co-op is. They
Yeah.
think a co-op
Explain.
grocery store.
Right.
A co-op grocery store is, or sometimes like you have a feed store in town that's a co-op, it's farmer owned. That means that all of the members contributed a certain amount of money in the beginning to make that brick and mortar business come to life. And they continue, hopefully, to patronize it over time and spend their dollars there, because the idea is it's locally funded, it's locally shopped, it's locally sourced, and all of the profits stay in the local community. So it's got that trifecta, that triple bottom line. The same thing with a co-op that I'm talking about, where it's all triple bottom line, trifecta effect. It's also a democratic process. It's like there is There really is no hierarchy in the organization. Everyone's got an equal voice. Whenever you want to make decisions for the future of the organization, you do that in a group meeting collectively. Everybody has a vote. And even though you still have, your different positions in the organization that, of course, have a hierarchy because you still need staff, the decision making is done in a democratic way. So everyone's an owner. There isn't going to be this big executive up here where everyone down below makes a pittance and this person's riding around in their yacht 12 months out of the year.
Right.
It's always going to be shared equally. The profits, the glory,
Co-op.
all of it. Co.
Co-
Here we go again.
Oh,
Co-op.
I love it. Yes, yes. And you got to turn the head.
Because
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, that sounds, wow. That sounds like an opening for some people that want to buy in and help you out. So, what a great opportunity. What's been your favorite thing that's happened in 2020 so far? Because everybody's in the fear, false evidence appearing real. There's lots of good stuff. There's lots of good stuff, right?
absolutely. We're actually having our best year yet, sales wise. I don't know how that's possible. But I did my first trade show in February in Fresno at the Home and Garden Center. Like the week before everything got shut down, we
Mm.
were there. We were dealing with hundreds and hundreds of people. So that was really great. We got to network with a lot of people. We continue to get reorders and reorders from all of those people, but also a really cool chain of events that happened this year is bulk buying. I have a lot of stores that are now carrying our mosquito repellent in bulk quantities. So you can buy the bottle once,
Okay.
you go into the store to refill it, and it's so much cheaper to do it
And
that
you're
way.
saving on the landfill.
That's right. So
That's
the
a
price
win-win.
is cheaper, and I just
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm overdoing that, but I think it's so again, when we do work together, this is how it should be. Rotating around.
And see, because I'm a small company, when a store calls and says, we want to carry your product in gallons, can we have, gallons at a time?
That's a
I
great idea.
I said, sure, because we're small and we're agile. We can make those decisions, and it's totally consistent with our morals and our philosophy about ecologic. Yeah. So it was a no-brainer. The other thing that I think has been really cool in 2020 is that when the world ran out of hand sanitizer and they were freaking out, what do we do? What do we do? Again, our small agile company was able to meet with a local distillery and produce our own hand sanitizer and get it out in the market. We had it out in the market in like 7 days from the day we decided to do
Wow.
it.
Wow.
So, and we have sold hundreds and hundreds of bottles of hand
Oh,
sanitizer this year.
that's
So,
wonderful.
um, you know, there's a way to turn challenges into opportunities
There you
uh,
go.
when we're in a situation like this.
It looks like you've been doing that. I know this is off, it's not really, but I thought, the next thing, can you make toilet paper out of banana peels or something? I'm just saying.
Well, maybe somebody can. I might have to save some of that for another company, you
Okay.
know.
All right. All right. I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah,
But
there's such
I
good.
am still interested in that sunscreen concept. I just, I
Oh,
have to
girl.
I have to
Yes.
catch my breath from where we've already been in order, because those types of development, that product development process, it's pretty steep.
Yeah, that is one thing. I asked you what was the best one, and not here to promote different people, but I have to put it on, and I forget sometimes. And now my nose is peeling right now, and my lips really hurt.
Yeah.
I was kind of stupid when I delivered mail, so I'm paying for that with the the viciousness of the sunspots. So, but I want a product that goes into my body, into my through my skin that is definitely healthy. So, oh my gosh, I love all your products. I love how you've expanded in ways that I didn't even know about since I last talked to you. This is This is just phenomenal. Before we go off, anybody who would like to ask a question, please type it into the Facebook. I'm willing to take any questions for Laura. Laura, I know you've been a lot involved with the farmers and the water. Are there just last thoughts about your product along with, you know, water conservation and, I'm so into keeping our air clean, our water clean. You have two children, and I know that you want to have their children be able to have the world that you and I grew up kind of in.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts here?
On how we accomplish that, I say conscious living. We really have to be conscious when we're shopping, conscious about every decision we make. If you're gonna plant things in your garden, make it a botanical that you can eat, or that feeds a butterfly or a bee. Support our pollinators, because our pollinators are in trouble and we need those pollinators to make our food.
Right.
And I know a lot of us grew up in environments where bees were scary and you stay away from them and, oh, they were evil. But I think we've all shifted to understand that these busy little bees are out there pollinating all of those flowers to bring us a bounty of food on a daily basis. So I say, if you're going to allocate water to a plant, make sure it's a plant that really supports our local ecosystems. Try not to put in a lot of exotic gardens that require a lot of water. Conserve where you can, and definitely plant what you can eat. A lot of the products that I make, you can make at home. I'm happy to share recipes with people. The only reason I did this was because most people I found were too busy to do it, even myself, for too long. And once I finally did it, I was really happy with the product and the results. So if you want to save the time, go on my website, buy the products. If you want a tutorial on how to make them, I send newsletters out from my website all the time. So happy to
Wonderful. Yes, again, 805botanicals.com. Super easy to find. They've got a lot of information. I think you've got even a little recipe, if I remember, on some goodies. So that's free. That's free right there. And help our local businesses. They're so in trouble right now. This is the time we can stop the box conglomerates. They're so huge. It's ridiculous. The box stores. You and I have co-written a song. I think you have a line in there, as I recall, and it's a reggae song. You can catch that on my site, jolenlutz.com. But I'm not here for that. I just really want to get it out there that supporting local businesses is where it's going to have to evolve again, back to our farmers, back to people that are giving us what nature gives us.
Yeah, we're just a
Beautiful.
conduit, right? We're just a conduit for what we've already been given. And really, we have so much power as people, and we have choices. I know sometimes people feel like it's just me. What difference can I make?
Right.
Oh, but you know what? You're voting with your pocketbook. And if you buy products from the big box stores, you're just promoting more of the same of the box stores. If your money is going into small products like these that are consciously made with pure, high quality ingredients, then you're going to propagate more of that.
That's a big
It's
win-win.
your choice. It's a conscious, shop consciously, be aware at all times, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've had to learn to do that with my food choices over the years. So yes,
And
and
look at you.
start a backyard garden. Start a backyard. Thank you. You do too. And I don't know if you can take. I know it might be a little wiggly, but can we see your garden? Do you have a little? Can you show a little smidge? I
Oh,
know your
well, I can
backyard is
try.
pretty, pretty, pretty. Or where the chickens are. It's so funny. I can hear them.
Tell me what you see. It's all under,
Oh,
it's
there you
all
go. Okay, there's a car. Oh, oh, wow, there it is. Oh, my lordy lord, look at what you've got. You look like you're
got some
doing.
things.
Oh, you've got what I've got. You've got some beautiful melons, cucumbers, it looks like, some tomatoes.
What you seeing? I don't know. I hope I'm showing you the right stuff
You
here.
certainly are. We're getting a beautiful view, and it's not that hard to start a garden, is it?
No, look, I use this little tub. Can you see this little
Oh,
bit?
that's one of those little kitty bathing tubs.
That's
Very
it.
clever.
And now I've got a sea of tomatoes,
Yes, you
and I've
do.
got some acorn squash and some pumpkin and all kinds of
Girl.
good things. And over here, my chickens, but they ran
Oh,
away,
oh, of course, of course.
you know.
They heard you talking about them, and now they're back to hiding out. Okay. Oh my God, look at your beautiful blue sky. Well, Laura, it's been a delight to hear from you and see you.
Thank
I can't wait
you.
to see you in person. Good friend of mine. So lucky to have you in my life. 805botanicals.com. That's where you can go try out her different variety of all natural and locally grown. What her products are
One
locally
for the
grown.
most part.
That, yeah,
Yeah.
mostly. So we got to support each other. Again, this is Jolynn from WonHeart TV. I will replay this video. If you have comments, please share with me. If you have new people or guests that you'd like for me to interview, please send their information to oneheart1, the number one, at gmail.com. I'd love some suggestions. So, hey, you have a great and beautiful and magnificent day, and let's enjoy our life and know that we are all connected. All right, y'all. Peace, love to you all. Be good to yourselves. I'll see you next week. All righty. Bye bye.